Hey guys, welcome to today's video. And in today's video we will be covering databases in Python Flask. So if you guys haven't checked out my other videos, we're building an e-commerce site, so make sure to check out my other videos so you guys don't miss anything. But in this video we are going to be covering how to interact with databases using a library called Flask SQL Alchemy. So Flask SQL Alchemy is an object-oriented way to create models and interact with the database using Flask. So we've got the site.db file. I'll show you guys how to make that later. So the first thing is you want to open up command prompt and run the command pip install flask-SQL Alchemy. The command needs to be spelled exactly like this, so I'll have it in the description. So I've already got it installed. Then you want to go up here and do from Flask SQL Alchemy import SQL Alchemy, and then we need to define our database, where our database is going to be. So we're going to do this by app.config, make sure all caps, SQL Alchemy database URI equals to SQLite, then colon // and let's call this site.db. So basically colon and // mean it's a memory database, which means that it's in your project directory over here. And if my voice is like a bit groggy, it's really late in the night over here, and basically my brother disabled my microphone like 3 times when I was recording this. So yeah. So underneath your app equals flask __ name, you want to also define your database. So db equals to SQL Alchemy app. So I also mentioned that this would be an object-oriented way. So to create one of our models, we're going to create the user model like this. So class user db.model. So each user has an ID. So ID equals to db.column, db.integer, primary key equals to true. So it's basically creating a new column. The data type of the column is an integer, and primary key equals to true means that the first user's ID will be 1, the second user's ID will be 2, the third user's ID will be 3, and the fourth one will be 4, and so on. So we're gonna add a username as well. So db.column, db.string, and I'll have 20. So the maximum character limit is 20. We can also have unique equals to true. We can really just copy and paste that for the email. And we can have password as well. And we don't need unique equals to true for password, because let's say someone wants 123 as their password. Many people can have that. So to create our database, we can run db.create all, and then we can hash this out. So let's run this, and as you guys can see, we've got a site.db file over here. So then we can undo these changes. So we've got our site.db. So I'm going to show you guys how to interact with the database, adding users, removing users, filtering through users. So I'm going to open up my terminal over here. I'm going to run Python, and I'm going to do from app import. So app is app.py. From app import db, so the db variable, and user, the user class. So I'm going to create a new user, like new user, then we're gonna reference the user class user. Username equals to test1. Email equals to t1@gmail.com. And password equals to 123. Make sure it's a string, because we have db.string as our password. So then we want to do db.session.add new user. So this has basically added new user to the db session. So it's in the terminal session here. But to make it permanent, we want to do db.session.commit. So now it's permanent, saved in the db. So I'm gonna show you guys how to filter through. So I'm gonna have x equals to user, so we're referencing the user table, dot query dot filter by, and then in here username equals to test1 dot first. So basically what it's doing is filtering through the user table for the username equals to this username test1, and it will show the first result. So we can print x, so user1, but if we do x dot username test1, x dot id id1, x dot email t1@gmail.com. So that's how we filter through. And if you want to get all of the users, we can just do user dot query dot all, and we've got user1 over here. So because we've got one user. So to delete, we've already got the new user variable over here. So you can just do db.session.delete new user, and again db.session.commit, and then again if we do user.query.all, as you guys can see, we've got an empty list because we've deleted the user. So that's basically all I'm going to be covering in this video. If you got this is probably one of my worst videos because it's late in the night and I'm probably going to head to bed after this. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to turn on notifications because I'm probably going to be uploading a lot more frequently. I didn't upload today or yesterday because I had gone for a vacation with some family and friends. So yeah, again, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to check out my other videos as well. If you guys want the code to this or any other video, the link to my Discord is in the description. You guys can DM me for any help at any point. I'm mostly free. And without further ado, I'm out.